What's good, everyone? I'm Star Killer. I'm on a brand new phone, the iPhone 13 Pro, and today we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series UMBRA Operative ARC Trooper, exclusive to GameStop and finally in stock after months of waiting. I pre-ordered this, never received it, and then it got put on back order. But without further ado, I'm excited. Let's take a look at this figure. Now, this is the first time I'm actually getting my hands on an ARC Trooper figure. I never got the Echo that came out last year, 2 years ago. I don't know. I never picked it up. I definitely like this paint job a lot more than Echo's, just because it's like this sleek black and it looks really good. It looks like a Halloween figure, and I think it's really sick. The detail on this figure looks like he hopped right out of the Clone Wars animated series, but he is from Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is a great game. It took a while to pick up and actually get content. This was one of my favorite skins in the game, so I was super hyped that we were going to get an action figure of this. You can see all the texturing going on his pauldron here. Might just be leather. At least that's the way it looks. Obviously it's plastic. Then we have this really good detailing on these straps here. They actually do look like they're made out of some kind of military fabric that's used on a lot of their equipment. And then we have the belt here with a ton of detail. Well, not a ton, but you know, you get your shapes in there to really add some definition to every pocket. But yeah, so we have this backpack here. And I really like the look of this because I used to have a 3 3/4 inch Commander Colt or ARC Trooper Colt from the Clone Wars animated series. He had the same backpack, the same look going on, and this just brings me back to when I collected those figures. I really dig the ARC Trooper helmet because it has the features of the Phase 1 Clone Trooper and then the features of the Phase 2 Clone Trooper in the face. But then it also has this exaggerated bottom, I don't want to call this a chin piece, but like the bottom of the helmet is definitely more flared than we're used to seeing with Phase 2 clones. We have a lot of detail going on in this chest piece here. It is connected, I think it's connected to the chest. It might be glued on there. It has a really nice texture, similar to the pauldron, but less defined. That pauldron material is on the Kama as well. We have these new shin pieces, or at least new to me. I really like the yellows, they stand out from the black. The shoes, they kind of look like old school Pumas or like old school Adidas. We also get two pistols, I have no idea what these pistols are called. I should know what they're called, but yeah, a lot of good detailing on this pistol too. He also has the holsters to store them if you so choose. I really enjoy this figure. One of my favorite in the Black Series for sure. As far as paint goes, we have this really bright, almost neon orange. It's like a mustardy yellow, but like a really bright mustardy yellow. Small chipping going on. So he's seeing some wear and tear, which is really cool, even on his hands, on his chest. He has some right here. I like how this kind of creates a rib cage pattern. And then of course, the skull going on this helmet is awesome. It reminds me of Emil from Halo Reach. I really dig skulls on helmets. It's so badass. Same thing on this arm. This arm has a rocket though, which is really cool. And that's painted black. Same pattern going on across the Kama. It starts getting a bit more simplistic down here, but I think that's really cool anyway, because it's, you know, chopped up by the pieces here. And then the boots, the Puma pattern here. The helmet is not removable, which is really uncool in my opinion. I think Hasbro has been making a lot of bad decisions when it comes to the Star Wars Black Series line. I feel like they're cheaping out and they're pushing these ludicrous prices across the board. Like this guy, after taxes, he was like 32 bucks. Retail, he's 27 without, and that's insane. Like these figures should be at most $19. And I understand COVID made a big impact on all that, but I don't think we're ever going to see the price tags go back down to 19 unless we get enough people to say, hey, these prices are insane. We're talking about retail, you know, figure lines for collectors and kids. I don't think somebody's going to pay $30 a figure for a whole wave of 5 every single month. At this point, Hasbro's distribution is so messed up that we're getting wave releases before the pre-orders even go up. I just saw a wave came out in the UK or something, and we haven't even gotten pre-orders over on this side yet, which is nuts. But anyway, rant over. We get this antenna, I guess. It is articulated. I think it's a rangefinder, right? For the head, you can get a full 360 out of it easy. No problem. There is a head, an unpainted head underneath. due to Hasbro's weird idea that we want unpainted Tamora Morrison heads under our clone helmets instead of fully painted ones that we can, you know, other than the weird choices. We get an up and down slightly. You can get like that far up, which is okay for a clone trooper. I would definitely like to see more in the future. I think, yeah, there's a neck joint underneath, which allows him to look, I want to say down, but it's not really down. He's kind of looking at an angle. His arms, his shoulders, because of the shoulder pads, and they're not using the Captain Rex arms, we're not gonna see barely any arm articulation going outwards. That's about as far as we can go, which is not good at all. You have the newer clone trooper elbow pads so that you can get some pretty good up and down. What is this, like a torso bend, which is pretty good. You can get about that far down and about that far back, which is pretty good. Rotation, you can get a full 360 out of it. Then you have the thighs. That's pretty good. They made sure we had like a softer plastic. His legs can go out about that far. Not the best. We do have a double, nope, it's a single joint, but it's the same thing like the elbow. So it's the improved single joint that goes that far. I showed you earlier, this can rotate. The feet have a swivel and some bend. And we do have a shin or a knee swivel at the top here, which is weird, but okay, that's cool. And we have a thigh swivel up here. So there's a lot of articulation in the legs, which you would need when you have a figure who might have some restrictions up top. Now let's get into size comparisons. So here's the Umbra Operative next to the Mandalorian Ahsoka Tano figure and the Figuarts A New Hope Darth Vader. I really dig the scale here because I like how Vader is about a foot taller than the clone because, you know, Vader's a really tall dude and Ahsoka was never the tallest character, so this scales really well, I feel like. Here we have the Umbra Operative with the Black Series Commander Gree, the Black Series Commander Bly, the Black Series Commander Fox, and my custom Black Series Starkiller figure. I think everybody here looks great. And now we're taking a look at my little Jedi Purge Shadow Squadron team of various clone troopers from various waves. And then the two Dark Troopers on the ends. I believe that's what they're called. The ones from the Rogue One movies and The Mandalorian. But yeah, so to the left of the ARC Trooper, we have the Jedi Purge Trooper with the airborne helmet. Then in the back, we have the 3 Elite Troopers. Or I think they're called Elite Troopers from the Bad Batch. They are Crosshair's little crew that he hangs around with. We have the 2 Dark Troopers on the ends. I think this looks amazing. This is probably how I will have them displayed on the shelf with the ARC Trooper at the head of it. I think everybody scales really well here. The Dark Troopers on the ends are supposed to be abnormally tall. No one knows why yet, but yeah, I think this looks excellent. So my final thoughts are that this figure is phenomenal. I love the ARC Trooper design. I love the paint job from Battlefront 2. I love the paint applied here. They really got as close to the paint job used in the game as possible. They made sure not to skimp too much on the articulation besides the arms. The detail is really well done. He just looks like he's set to lead this team. And I look forward to any more Shadow Troopers or that upcoming Dark Trooper from the final episode of The Mandalorian. And I would love to army build this Dark Trooper set. So if you like what you see here, please subscribe. I'm really trying to build this channel up. Make sure you check me out over on Instagram at starkiller_reviews. I upload all kinds of ACBA, and I do keep you guys up to date on my Instagram when I do upload a new YouTube video. Any support would be phenomenal, and I would really appreciate it so much. And yeah, thanks for watching.